Hey y'all, it's Caitlyn. How you doing? So, we have a decapitated unicorn pop here. You know, for reasons. But, getting my gloves on, because we are going straight into the epoxy sculpt. So, for this particular custom, I am actually going to be making it after a character that I know nothing about, other than the fact that she is from Harry Potter. I'm making this into Lovegood. Why am I doing that? Because it's for Jenny. It's for Jenny from the Root Crew. So Jenny's had a rough few weeks, so I'm making this for her. Let me go ahead and mix this together and we'll start working on her skirt. So for the skirt, I'm not building up her sweater, but I do want to have just a small piece of fabric that goes pretty much around the hind end of the unicorn. So I'm just going to flatten this out and pretty much trim away a lot of the excess. So it's wrapping around. I'm just going, I'm going to pinch it off, but I guess break it off will work. So I'm going to get my silicone tool out, and now I'm just going to go all around it, smooth it out as much as physically possible. So I'm running my fingers and going around it, the majority of the wrinkles and creases out of the clay surface itself. Alright, so that's pretty much how I want her skirt to look. Alright, so I got the paper foam. I think if I can manage to do this correctly, it'll look a hell of a lot better. And also, I forgot about her earrings. Let me get my gloves back on for a hot second, and let me put her earrings on, her little strawberry earrings, because that will need to be done out of place here, and I already have enough mixed up. Alright, so to make the strawberry tops, I'm just going to make kind of like a teardrop shape. It's kind of hard to measure with it being on like a rounded surface, so I'm just gonna more or less eyeball it. And it's gonna need to be a larger bridge, because obviously unicorn. Again, this isn't gonna look perfect. This one looks way better than that one. But let's just see where we go after it's cut out. Okay, so I'm an idiot on 2 counts. 1, I could have taken these off ages ago. And 2, I totally forgot this is not a cutting mat, this is a silicone mat. And so oh well. Kinda. If I cut a little bit in between the two, I pretty much glue them back together, I think that'll work. I might have to trim a little bit more, but I think this will work. I got the glasses semi-glued on. Obviously it's not perfectly meshed together yet. I'm gonna wait until the glue fully dries on this side and try to cut it so that it's aligned on the other side. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start doing the base color for Luna's outfit. I'm gonna start with her sweater, which looks like it's almost like a dark pink kind of color, almost a purple. So I'm just gonna put that pale pink with just a literally drop of purple and see what color we get. I'm literally just putting in a drop at a time until it gets to a point where I'm like, yeah, that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and go all around, front legs, the body, and probably the wings as well. Now I'm gonna go over her skirt with some black. There we go. I'm trying to get good enough coverage with this black all around, but I probably won't have to do a full other coat. The leggings of hers is blue, and then she has like these multicolored socks, and then like purple boots. So I'm just gonna try to paint the leggings and the shoes, and then go back in with the Posca markers to do the design on her skirt and the socks. So I don't have to worry about painting those little details. Just gonna go over pretty much all of it, and then I'll just go over it with that purple once I get a solid color on this blue. Okay, y'all, you can see I did do a couple coats on the hair. Still needs a few coats, only because I was going ahead and doing that and doing the tail, and I mixed up too much. I still need another coat on the leggings, especially after I made a little boo-boo right there, just so I could start recording. Again, let's go ahead and do the skin tone. The tricky part is going to be getting under the mask a little bit, but you don't want to glue something on after you paint it if it's avoidable. If you have to do it after it's painted, like if you forgot something, that's okay, but preferably you don't really want to do that, because then at that point, gluing on paint rather than the actual figure. For the rest of the body, I'm going to go ahead and get my Posca pens out. Skirt. Now, the design is actually like a bunch of birds and dots and stuff and stars. HMBR got away with, instead of doing birds, just doing triangles. That's what I'm gonna do. So just these little like check mark things, kind of like we did when we were kids. I'm just gonna go one color at a time and do little designs. All right, so there is her skirt. Now I'm going to get, I need to get this back up. I'm gonna do her stockings, or socks, or whatever the hell they are. So the stockings are already dark blue, so I'm just gonna try to put some black and light blue around them, and then we'll paint in her shoes. I'm basically just gonna color in between the two light blue lines I made, and then pretty much I'll probably call it done. Now we're gonna get this purple out for her shoes. So I'm gonna get this darker pink out, and I'm gonna use it to make the buttons on her sweater, as well as the contours of her sweater. Do the collar of her shirt, one path down, slightly right, and then we'll do the buttons. And I'm just gonna put the back end of my brush into the paint. So let's do the strawberry earrings super quick. Could I have done this before I glued the mask on? Yeah. Should I have? Yeah. But I didn't, so here we go. So let's see if we can get this, the color of her glasses, semi-right. I think that's way too close to the skin tone still. Yeah, I like that better. I think the other color was more accurate, but I think this still gets it close enough without it contrasting too much. I'll very carefully go over the brim. I'm not really gonna care about the back side of it, because you won't be seeing it that much anyway, but I am gonna try to take cotton care around all the edges. I might do the backs at the tips of these on this side, because those kind of stand out a little bit when you're looking at it. Okay guys, so most of it's done at this point. I still have to do the hands on the body. I have to do some touch-ups on the hair. And just the main point now is just to finish the glasses though. So, brought up a picture. So, let's just do some stars. So, the only problem here is that I didn't glue all the way around, like here, especially you can see that the glasses isn't glued onto the face. So I'm gonna have to work kind of fast here. When I do this one, I'll be holding this one down and using my UV light at the same time. When we did the Pokemon environment, I was able to just take it up and put it into my UV lamp. That's a standing lamp, like the kind they use in nail salons. For this one, because I'm gonna have to be quick so it doesn't leak, and I can't really use tape here, I'm gonna have to be using my UV flashlight. So let's do the pink first. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna very quickly pour some on. I'm gonna try to get it over the eye. I don't necessarily need it to cover the eye. I just need like remnants of it on the eye. And boom. So I'm just gonna hold this here for a few seconds. UV light will get, or UV resin, all resin really, but UV resin will get very, very hot as it cures, so make sure it's not on your fingers. It's also still, is this the toxic kind or not? Probably it's not, because the toxic, it is toxic, because the non-toxic kind is kind of shitty. So I usually get the toxic. And I probably could have done a second coat on those eyes, but oh well, or second coat of black. Yeah, so it's not fully cured because I'm making little indentions in this little dotting tool. It's good for now. It's not gonna leak anywhere. And I can take this and put it under my UV light. Again, I'm gonna hold this down, try not to get it over the lens. All right, I think that is about done. So I am going to go ahead and pop this into the UV. I'm gonna sit it like this first, and then if either side is still tacky, I'll flip it on either side and do a session like that. Okay, y'all, so here is the finished product. It's actually been several days, probably like more than a week, because I actually ended up working on a little something for Annie and Emily too before I send this to Jenny. But yeah, this is it. Is it flawed? Yes. It's very flawed. You can still see the seam there, but you know what? I think for the most part it looks good, and I think Jenny will appreciate it. But, and I'm honestly, even with that seam, I'm happy with how the glasses turned out with the resin. I think it looks really cool. But anyway, hopefully you guys think it's cool too. Hopefully you guys were able to see it. I know the camera angle was terrible. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. And like always, it's community, not competition, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.